size of the waist, you can pass on the generation, and also I can wear it one sari with 10 different style. So I understand, but the sari is such a versatile garment which is not only tying, but there are so many other things attached to it which are wonderful. Though, I mean, there's nothing wrong if I can produce that on a handloom. That would be a challenge. So on a handloom, if we can do maybe double layer fabric or something like that. But I would again like to question like why? I mean, I would love to have a more versatile garment than only making it for one use. That is my itch to it.
At least the ready-made sarees.
Well, easier, that's exactly what I answered you. For the easier, we have made a lot of sarees they were very thick, we have made them very thin, and also we're washing them. They're much, much easier today to wear them. So a lot of my young girls, they had a problem that, I want to show off body and have a lovely body. So we have made a lot of softened sarees. They are as good as chiffon, and the competition was chiffon to it. So we have able to produce the fabric, and look at the chanderi, it has gone back completely. So we have put on a map back in terms of design, drape, quality also. So there are a lot of challenges, and we are doing that, and it's just happening in the last 5 to 10 years. And I think that all my designer fraternity, I think they're good job. Media is doing good job as well. So let's have this versatile garment. I understand there has to be easiness, but let it be versatile, I think. But of course I want easiness to it, yes.
I also think that the very conscious. Hello? Yeah, we're very conscious of, there's a great amount of body consciousness. Everyone wants to be 5 sizes thinner than they are. So a lot, has to change here with regard to that. Having said that, I think I'll just, okay. Having said that, I think the sari is the only garment that will embrace you, that adapts to your body type, and it still accentuates or celebrates your feminine form. It can, so I really think, which is why I keep saying, it's extremely versatile, however tall, whatever the size of your body, whatever the color of your skin, a sari just embraces you, but you have to learn to embrace yourself first.
My question is to Vidya ji.
Answer it. It's not like like you're wearing a gown. Okay, this is the length. I have to wear this kind of footwear. With sari, you can change. You are flat. You have heels. You can change even the length. Yeah. She's wearing with the boots. Yeah, look at that. So you can just change. जितना पेटीकोट में अंदर डालेंगे उसके हिसाब से सारी डिजाइन हो जाएगा शूज के हिसाब से. So how adjustable it is, like us.
Vidya ji, I'd like to know from you how far these labels like fashionista or fashion icon, how far these labels will help people in the film industry to further their career.
Oh my God. I really can't answer that because those are labels that I've been kept away from comfortably. I don't think I'm someone who understands fashion. I'm not fashion conscious. I just wear what I want to wear, honestly. So, but I think I've done decently well for myself. So I don't think that has an effect on your career per se, but if that's part of the brand, of your brand, then it would. There are some actresses who are known for their fashion sense and for being extremely, for keeping up with the times. And I think they're doing great. But that doesn't ensure success. That's all.
Sanjay, can I ask you something? Yes. I would like to just tell you that it's an amazing thing to have raw mango around. I'm a crazy fan of your clothes,
Thank you. Thank you.
And believe me, 12 years of my life, I've literally lived in...
Sorry, could you please...
Yeah, 12 years of my life, I've just worn saris 24/7. As Vidya, yes, absolutely.
Let's clap for her.
Like I was in a joint family, so I had to, and I love wearing saris. It's my passion, and I love, really love it. But I just want to know, whenever I've gone to buy a sari, either it has been with my mother or some elderly person, because what happens when you go, you really don't understand, whether it's the original thing you're buying, because nowadays, with so many artificial silks and all that coming into the market, it's extremely, difficult to understand what you're buying. So how can, if you can explain good stuff for us.
I think,
Okay.
I can say this, sorry, I'm working with the textile ministry to further the silk mark, so to popularize that amongst people. So I think if we can have some sort of handloom mark also,
Yeah,
that will really help.
Because when you invest so much of money in buying something,
Absolutely.
you have to pass it on to the younger generation, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like you really find it difficult. Sorry.
Sorry?
I think Uzrama, you would like to say something, ma'am?
No, I would love. There are many ways.
No, I just wanted to say that we do have a handloom mark already. Yeah. It's not mandatory, but we do have it.
And
Yeah, it's very dangerous to give me the mic to talk about handlooms because
I love that.
I can talk for 2 days continuously. But I just want to thank Vidya for wearing handlooms so beautifully all the time, and I'm sure it has an effect on the younger generation. And I want to thank Sanjay for what he's doing in things. It's quite amazing how he has sort of modernized the sari and handlooms in general. Thank you.
Ma'am, for your info, when I met Sanjay here, the first question he asked me was, by the way, Rekha, is Uzrama coming? Can I meet her somewhere?
I was eager to. I said, oh, I have to go say hi, hello, Ramma and Surayappa. Well, I would love to answer you that, how do you look at the quality of sari? There are different ways. So there is Chanderi, it has a certain weight. Chanderi cannot weigh, say, 2 kgs. Chanderi is between 400 to 500 grams. Kanjivaram a certain weight. Kanjivaram is like 3-ply by 3-ply yarns. If you take out the thread, then you know what is Chanderi. Silk and cotton, you take out the warp and you see, touch the weft. There is a silk and cotton. And there is
I'm just going to create an app. I'm going to create an app which is going to give you details.
Also, you always just look at the back side of the sari, so you know how's it made. Whether it's made of kadwa or made of help of a power loom. So you can just know by looking at the back side of the sari. That is the best trick I can say. Just always look at all the textile, the back side of it. So you know all out how's it made. Yeah.
And also, correct me if I'm wrong, Sanjay, but I feel handloom saris drape better actually, because I've had the experience of wearing some saris that have been, given to me saying this is, an authentic Kanjivaram or it's a cotton from some part of the country, but it falls, it's like it stands off the body. And then when I've shown it to some people, they've said, no, this is not a handloom product. So I feel handlooms drape better. Is that right?
No, there are many different reasons to it. A, what she's saying is right now, say A, that could have a lot of starch in it. B, when you really machine weave the sari very tightly, so what hand beating has happened, it need to be, when you see what is the warp per inch, what is the warp and weft. So with the hand, it is a great care. So there is a great looseness to it actually. So there is a breathing space between every warp and weft, which is very well controlled by hand. With the machine, it could be quietly tight woven. So it's become like a home furnishing fabric. See, for a sofa, you need a very tightly woven fabric. So what she's saying is tightly woven, which is made by machine in a way. So the handloom is not, it just didn't happen like that in 10 years. It is evolvement of many 100 years. So let's say that maybe they try to make Kanchipuram in Kashmir maybe, but it didn't successful because it didn't opted for the weather. So Kanchipuram only successful in, let's say, in south with a certain color, or cotton worked here, not silk there, or silk cotton worked in Madhya Pradesh, not pure silk. So it didn't happen overnight. So they have many days, and also imagine a very light weight of the body of the sari, and you have a thick border, which again it helps to drape the sari, which sticks to your body. So sari is designed historically, not yesterday. Yeah. Everything got a reasoning to it.
Hello, and I wanted to say that I'm really impressed with Bandana ma'am today for the style she's shown in wearing a sari in a different style. Very, very impressed by you, ma'am. My question is to you. I wanted to know that being the fashion features director, would you even think for a second before putting a model or an actress in a handloom sari on your cover page? Or, would you be concerned about the sales and all that?
Great question. And it's a debate that we have, and it's a debate that we have on a regular basis. Personally, I wouldn't hesitate for a second to put a gorgeous woman in a handloom sari, and I think those days are going to come soon. There's a whole industry of the business of fashion that is deep and terribly boring, so I'm not going to go into it. But there are reservations, requirements, and perhaps certain reasons why we have not seen a handloom on the cover of Vogue magazine. But I can assure you, with all this debate that we have, this sudden spurt of absolute pride in handlooms, there is no reason why an international brand like Vogue cannot have a cover very soon with a handloom fabric. That I can assure you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Actually, we have been talking about saris, handloom, and actually saris really reflect Indian culture, because when I traveled out, Vidya ji, I can say I became a star there because so many, especially Uzbekistan, Tashkent people love Indians for the saris. Wow. When I wore saris, there were people, young children also coming taking pictures with me. So we don't understand, we don't realize the the richness of sari and how it, even European countries also, they love Indian women in saris, and I think many of you experienced when you went out that they take pictures with us in saris. Even young boys, come to us and then they want to take a picture. When Sanjay ji, we're talking about handlooms and all that, but then behind them, there are these workers, hundreds of them, who work with their hands, actually. I really appreciate Uzramaji's efforts to uplift them. But then how about the fashion designers? We are all talking in a 5-star hotel about handloom, but then the weavers there work very hard to bring the beauty of the sari, and how about bringing them into the forefront, and what are we doing to uplift them? We bargain a lot while buying a sari, or think twice before buying a cotton sari. But there's so much effort behind weaving one 6-yard sari. It takes hours because it's hand woven. So what is your contribution in the upliftment of weavers?
Can I answer you? So first of all, I was reading an article, and then I wrote an article for Indian Express. So I did write that, even thinking of weaver taking in a forefront and making weaver kids a weaver also very elitist concept. I really think you're thinking in a 5-star about weaver. Why? First of all, we don't think that our kids also can be a weaver, first of all. Why a weaver kids has to be in itself is a very elitist question to me. So I always thought, I really do not agree that either weaver's son has to accept weaving because that's a tradition. Who decide that? It's like you enjoy it, you are in AC and your son is a CEO or an engineer or my family, and then they get paid in lakhs. And for a sari in handloom, and you still want to pay a certain amount, why aren't they getting paid as much as for the sari? B, I understand the question when, for a certain designer, when it's a trend basis driven thing, or a money, like they doing their business because there's a certain trend. But I just say about me that I have left everything. I left the whole business at home, and I started this with I just started everything myself, and I started with the 90,000 rupees, and only we deal with handlooms. And what we have done, not only making handloom sari more beautiful, making peacock or buta and booty, I really think as a design, what we have given in terms of the handloom, and I really think the design is not aesthetically designed. There are some solution to the handloom, like what Uzurama has done here, and she's saying there's certain in technical things. So what we have done in terms of yarn, the weaving, in terms of the drape, and many different qualities. So I think it's a bigger question for everyone to answer here. Do I satisfy it?
Yeah, this is Gayatri here. Hi. I'm 5'3" and I often wear saris for all my events. Actually, I'm a singer and a compere. So I wear the traditional sari always for such kind of events. But I have a doubt, Sanjay sir. I want to find out the taller you are, I see like Vidya ji, our chairperson Rekha ji, all tall, beautiful women look so beautiful in saris. So can you highlight to the points that how do we look tall? How do we select those saris, or what kind of saris will make us look?
Can I answer that?
Please, please. Ooh, okay. No, but always heels, that's okay, but the point, as a designer...
I'm 5'3.5".
Oh, okay.
So I'm just half an inch taller than you.
No, I believe there's a way of selection, Sanjay ji can tell.
But there's a bigger point here.
Okay.
When did beauty get defined by that height? How does it matter?
I believe
You look at you,
straight lines
looking
or
gorgeous.
dots.
When did that become the barometer? When?
Any straight lines or dots or something like that, or they say you should normally select. I think Sanjay sir can highlight something.
There is always belief that you have buy a vertical striped sari, you don't wear a broad sari. But trust me, of course, they do say, but I don't believe in it. I know Laila Tayyibzi, I don't think she's 5. She wears such a broad border. So there's such a confidence inside. She just doesn't care. It's like a one life and I have to wear everything. And
Sanjay, can I add in something?
Yeah.
This is Pinky.
Hi, Pinky.
My mother, I
Yeah.
don't think she'll appreciate me saying this in the middle of a whole forum here. She's only 5 feet.
Yeah.
And she looks amazing in whatever sari she wears. And she's very good at covering with her high heels, but she doesn't look short at all. And only thing, I think the trick is never wear a very, very, very busy sari. That's what she's taught me all my life. So she never wears big borders, and my mom's friends there, so please, Vani, don't tell Mama I said this.
No, but honestly, heels or no heels, I used to never wear heels until I met my husband, and I felt like I was underground when I met him. So that's the reason I wear such tall heels now. But I really think that, maybe what works for me is I don't do very big borders. And I don't do double borders. Unless the sari is really gorgeous and I can't help it. Because then if you don't want to do too much heels and you want to give your body that length, then you choose your saris accordingly.
Also a big bootas in a way that it in a proportion to your body. So your eyes definitely, they just look at your body in a proportion to boota. So you really keep the boota smaller and a border smaller, definitely helps in your way.
Thank you so much, Ms. Vidya Balan, Mr. Sanjay Garg, and Bandana Tewari. Ms. Rekha Lahoti will be felicitating the speakers.